You are listening to Aftersight. This recording is intended solely for individuals who are blind or have low vision.
Thank you for joining us for Audiobook News, read by Sarah, featuring Audiophile Magazine. And today we'll be starting off with fiction titles and featured author Kristin Hannah. The Women by Kristin Hannah, read by Julia Whelan and Kristin Hannah. The sure touch of golden voice narrator Julia Whelan transforms Kristin Hannah's absorbing novel about Vietnam War combat nurses into an addictive listen. An intimate portrait and a sprawling account of a searing time, the story focuses on 20-year-old Frances McGrath, who in 1965 impetuously chooses the Army Nurse Corps over cotillions and marriage. Whelan brings believable characterizations and evocative pacing to her performance of Frankie's experiences, whether in a bloody MASH operating room or talking truth with her best nursing friends, a black woman from Georgia and a white woman from Virginia. As the novel interweaves historical research with the characters' Vietnam and post-war lives, Whelan's intensity and warmth help listeners empathize with the personal and understand the big picture. It's available from Macmillan Audio, 15 hours long unabridged. Trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-125-031-7957 for $32.99. Also available as CD. And more listening from Kristin Hannah includes The Four Winds by Kristin Hannah, read by Julia Whelan, available unabridged from Macmillan Audio. Trade edition, CD or digital download. The Great Alone, read by Julia Whelan, available unabridged from Macmillan Audio, trade edition, CD or digital download. The Nightingale, read by Polly Stone, available unabridged from Macmillan Audio, trade edition, CD or digital download. Winter Garden, read by Susan Erickson, available unabridged from Brilliance Audio, trade edition, CD or digital download. And in other fiction titles we have The Forgotten Garden by Kate Morton, read by Anna Skellern. Anna Skellern narrates a multi-generational saga of secrets and betrayals. After her grandmother dies, Cassandra slowly unravels the mystery surrounding her past, travelling from Australia to the Cornish coast to discover the real identity of Nell Andrews. Skellern switches smoothly among the many accents needed to recount the complex stories of both Nell's and Cassandra's journeys. While the various twists occasionally stretch the bounds of believability, Skellern's narration never descends into melodrama. Instead, her delivery is an utterly enthralling investigation of both women's lives and losses, and how they were shaped by them. Skellern's performance is moving, romantic, and ultimately uplifting. It's available from Belinda Audio, 21 hours long unabridged. Trade edition, CD, ISBN 978-103-863-5037 for $39.99. Also available as digital download or MP3. Martyr by Kaveh Akbar, read by Aryan Moyed. Iranian-American actor Aryan Moyed gives the performance of a lifetime in poet Kaveh Akbar's extraordinary debut novel. Cyrus Shams is a queer Iranian-American poet in recovery who is grieving the long-ago death of his mother, killed when the U.S. Navy shot down a civilian Iranian plane, and struggling to find meaning in life. He becomes obsessed with the idea of martyrdom and decides to write a book about it. Moyed captures the earnestness that makes this novel shine. He's dramatic, ebullient, and wildly expressive. His voice is so emotional that it's almost hard to listen to at times. Cyrus feels so deeply, and Moyed speaks every word of that intensity aloud. Playful, funny, tender, and wise, this is a no-holds-barred celebration of life. It's available from Random House Audio, 10.5 hours long unabridged. Trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-059-3824566 for $25. Books on Tape has the library edition, digital download, ISBN 978-059-3824573 for $95. True North by Andrew J. Graff, read by Lincoln Hop. Lincoln Hop demonstrates his skills with a stellar narration of this audiobook. His ability to subtly shift his tone and tempo from character to character, giving each a specific voice, makes this immersive novel stand out. Chip, an elderly river guide, has a gruffer, deeper voice than those of the other main characters, Sam and Swami Brecht. In a work with some high adrenaline whitewater scenes, Hop controls the most intense action. Set in northern Wisconsin in the fictional town of Thunderwater, the story follows the Brecht couple's travails after they leave Chicago to run a rafting company. This stylishly written novel is enhanced by Hop's fine performance. It's available from Harper Audio, 13.75 hours unabridged. Trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-006-3161450 for $27.99. The Foxwife by Yang-Si Chu, read by Yang-Si Chu. Author and narrator Yang-Si Chu gently narrates this fantasy audiobook about foxes that can transform into dazzlingly beautiful humans. Bao has the ability to tell truths from lies and has been tasked with solving a murder mystery that might involve foxes. Meanwhile, Snow has taken human form and gets a job as a servant, all to aid her in avenging the death of her child. Chu combines folklore and legends about foxes from several sources, which she explains in her author's note at the end. She narrates in a British accent, and her performance is intimate and exciting due to its quiet intensity, though listeners might occasionally struggle to differentiate among characters with dialogue. It's available from Macmillan Audio, 14.5 hours long unabridged. Trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-125-0329516 for $32.99. Also available as CD. A True Account, Hannah Masuri's Sojourn Among the Pirates, written by herself, by Catherine Howe, read by Petria Burkhardt. Petria Burkhardt channels the exhilaration and terror of 18th century pirate life. In Boston in 1726, 17-year-old Hannah Masuri finds herself in dire straits when she witnesses the death of a young sailor at the hands of ruthless privateers. Knowing that she must flee Boston, she disguises herself as a cabin boy aboard a pirate vessel captained by the infamous Ned Lowe. In 1930, Professor Marion Beresford is given a manuscript written by Hannah that may hold the secret to buried treasure. Burkhardt rousingly captures Hannah's forthright personality and courage, communicating her delight as she immerses herself in the happier parts of pirate life. Her portrayal of world-weary Marion, desperate for her father's approval and cautiously curious about the alleged treasure, resonates. It's available from Macmillan Audio, 10.5 hours long unabridged. Trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-125-0291455 for $26.99. And now for some contemporary culture titles. My Venice and Other Essays by Donna Leone, read by Suzanne Torren. Suzanne Torren's exquisite enunciation and no-nonsense manner meld beautifully with Donna Leone's sardonic, witty reflections on Venice and its denizens. Author of the much-loved mystery series featuring Commissario Guido Brunetti, American-born Leone has made her home in the watery city for more than 40 years. Many of her Brunetti mysteries are built around Venice's essential oddity and inscrutability, and these essays, first published in 2013, explore that theme in depth, as well as touching on her New Jersey childhood. Torren's pleasant mid-range voice invites listeners into the alluring Cali piazzas, while her professorial, often wry tone warns them to beware. Trash in the canals, nightmare real estate transactions, tourists in Bermuda shorts. Torren narrates it all with perfect timing and a wink. It's available from Recorded Book, 7.25 hours long unabridged. Library edition, digital download, ISBN 979-889-059-0695 for $20.99. Also available as CD or MP3. Get the Picture, a mind-bending journey among the inspired artists and obsessive art fiends who taught me how to see, by Bianca Bosker, read by Bianca Bosker. Journalist Bianca Bosker narrates her witty audiobook about the art world with pizzazz. She has a pleasing sound, paces the sometimes frantic-sounding proceedings well, and comes across as an authentic seeker. Performing in a comic style, she enhances the audiobook's ironic undertone, which suggests that many in the art world see journalists as the enemy. In this work, she seems like a combination journalist and action figure. She participates in performance art, stretches canvases, hangs out with gallerists and painters, sells art at a posh art fair in Miami, attends a dizzying number of openings, and, to top it off, becomes a guard at New York's modernist temple, the Guggenheim. Bosker is an intrepid soul with a talent for penetrating cultural demi-mondes. First wine in her earlier work, Cork Dork, and now art in Get the Picture. It's available from Penguin Audio 10.25 hours unabridged. Trade edition digital download, ISBN 978-059-374-5946 for $22.50. Books on Tape has the library edition digital download, ISBN 978-059-374-5953 for $95. The Last Fire Season, A Personal and Pyronatural History by Manjula Martin, read by Manjula Martin. Manjula Martin delivers this audiobook as if reading to a friend. While she's not blessed with a sonorous voice, her delivery is both passionate and authentic. She captures the complications of living in proximity to wildfires in Sonoma County, California, which was devastated by conflagrations in 2020. The audiobook presents 3 interlocking stories. The first is about a series of failed operations to remove a broken IUD and the continual pain that Martin lives with. Next is an account of life in the orbit of wildfires, including preparations for evacuations and the effects of fire season on the residents' daily lives. Finally, there's the story of fire itself, how it works and how those who deal with it study it, combat it, and learn from it. It's available from Random House Audio 13.25 hours unabridged. Trade edition digital download, ISBN 978-059-3786154 for $22.50. Books on Tape has the library edition digital download, ISBN 978-059-3786161 for $66.50. The Alternative, How to Build a Just Economy by Nick Romeo, read by Jamie Rennell. To riff on a statement by Winston Churchill, capitalism is the worst economic system, except for all the others. In this constructive and well-narrated audiobook, New Yorker journalist Nick Romeo introduces listeners to companies and jurisdictions that have successfully challenged traditional capitalism with projects such as true pricing, participatory budgeting, and guaranteed jobs. Jamie Rennell's well-paced and expressive narration is a good fit for the author's tone, which is reasoned and moderate, never strident. Rennell's welcoming voice should win over listeners who might approach these ideas with skepticism, and it just might give these hopeful innovations the audience they deserve. It's available from Hachette Audio 10.75 hours unabridged. Trade edition digital download, ISBN 978-166-8632932 for $27.99. Our Moon, How Earth's Celestial Companion Transformed the Planet, Guided Evolution, and Made Us Who We Are, by Rebecca Boyle, read by Rebecca Lohman. Rebecca Lohman's warm, easygoing performance creates a relaxed space for listeners to engage with this expansive cultural and scientific exploration of Earth's and humanity's relationship with the Moon across time. The interconnectedness between sections is enhanced as Lohman clearly voices the science behind our world and its living organisms, and the mythos inspired by our natural satellite. Lohman's even pacing moves with ease between the lunar religious observances of ancient Babylon and Scotland, the timekeeping practices of dominant empires, World War II battlefield strategy, and moon landings. Footnotes are interspersed throughout, coming across as personal asides to listeners. This well-rounded production gives plenty of food for thought, inviting us to ponder our own part in Earth's ongoing and essential relationship with our moon. It's available from Random House Audio, 12 hours long, unabridged. Trade edition digital download, ISBN 978-059-3790564 for $22.50. Books on Tape has the library edition digital download, ISBN 978-059-3790571 for $76. And now we move on to biography and memoir titles. When I Was Your Age, Life Lessons, Funny Stories, and Questionable Parenting Advice from a Professional Clown by Kenan Thompson, read by Kenan Thompson. Because Kenan Thompson has been featured in movies and TV shows for the past 30 years, including a long stint on Saturday Night Live, many people feel they know him. But this audiobook, written and narrated by the actor, shows a personal side. Thompson compares his childhood to how he's raising his two young daughters. He shares his experiences as a black actor and notes that the longevity of his career is due to the financial hardship of his early career. Using vocal variety even while announcing chapter numbers, Thompson has a uniquely funny delivery. Fans will picture his mischievous grin from his sketch comedy during these vocal inflections. Listeners will enjoy hearing Thompson's celebrity impressions, as well as details from his falling out and recent reunion with collaborator Kel Mitchell. It's available from Harper Audio, 8 hours long, unabridged. Trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-006-334-8097 for $27.99. Behind the Seams, My Life in Rhinestones by Dolly Parton, read by Dolly Parton, Ollie George Warren, and Rebecca Seaver. Renowned singer Dolly Parton is center stage as she describes how her clothing choices over the years represent who she is. The production takes a Q&A format. Dolly's niece, Rebecca Seaver, also the director of Dolly's archived clothing collection, poses the questions. Seaver's engaging manner leads to Dolly's spontaneous clothing-related reflections during different periods of her life. Ollie George Warren introduces chapters and other contributors. Dolly's commentary is characterized by her rich, lilting vernacular, her candidness, and her storytelling gift. Stories are punctuated with laughter, song excerpts related to the narrative, and a dynamism that is pure Dolly. Interviews with colleagues illustrate the joy of her collaborations. She brings alive the glitter of rhinestones and the vitality of those she's known in a magical combination of humor and humanity. It's available from Random House Audio, 4.5 hours long, unabridged. Trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-059-378-8691 for $25. Books on Tape has the library edition, digital download, ISBN 978-059-378-8707 for $95. More, A Memoir of Open Marriage by Molly Roden Winter, read by Molly Roden Winter. Molly Roden Winter gives an affecting narration of her and her husband's exploration of an open marriage in contemporary Brooklyn. Winter's tone is forthright and vulnerable as she portrays entanglements with several men she meets on apps catering to people in non-monogamous relationships. While much of the memoir focuses on her arrangement with her husband, Stuart, Winter also shares her examinations of her own identity and the complexities of her family relationships, including her bonds with her two young sons. Most poignant are her phone calls and visits with her ailing mother, who is hiding her own secrets, as well as a trip the two take to a writing retreat. This refreshingly honest memoir offers listeners an insider view of an open marriage. It's available from Random House Audio, 8.75 hours unabridged. Trade edition, digital download, ISBN 978-059-378-6116 for $20. Books on Tape has the library edition, digital download, ISBN 978-059-378-6123 for $85.50. Cacophony of Bone, The Circle of a Year by Kerry Nee Docherty, read by Kerry Nee Docherty. In this moving memoir, Kerry Nee Docherty's Irish accent highlights the setting, her isolated cottage and its wild surroundings in the heart of Ireland. Her phrasing emphasizes the rhythms of her words, and lyricism adds to the year-long collection of poems, essays, and diary excerpts. Her observations mark transitions from the lonely isolation of winter to the blossoming of spring and then to fall. Gradually, listeners hear her appreciation as the outside world transitions to the world within. Nidocrates' range of emotions adds layers to subjects such as writing and reading, racism, myth and fairy tales, dreams, nature's glory, alcohol abstinence, and her own pregnancy. The emotional arc begins as the pandemic brings loneliness, but yields to her joyous expectations of birth. Available from Tantor Media, 9.5 hours long unabridged. Trade edition digital download, ISBN 979-885-5509922 for $19.99. Songs on Endless Repeat. Essays and Outtakes by Anthony Vies-Nassau. Foreword by Jonathan D. Read by Kyung Sim. It's impossible to hear this posthumously released collection of essays and fiction without heartbreak, knowing it will be So's last. Kyung Sim narrates it expertly, infusing it with the electric energy, wry humor, and curiosity that defined So's first story collection, After Parties. The fiction pieces from his unfinished novel, Straight Through Cambotown, are full of the same unique energy, and Sim captures it beautifully. 3 Cambodian American cousins who are grieving the death of their beloved aunt come to life in So's vivid, fiery prose and Sim's spirited narration. The essays cover a wide range of topics from pop culture to So's hometown of Stocktown, California. A powerful and moving collection from a writer whose small body of work is an essential contribution to Asian American literature. Available from Harper Audio, 7 hours long unabridged. Trade edition digital download, ISBN 978-006-304-9994 for $27.99. Out at the Plate, the Dot Wilkinson story by Lynn Ames, read by Stephanie Nemeth Parker. The author struck up a friendship with champion bowler Dot Wilkinson, and the resulting conversations turned into this biography of one of our nation's greatest female athletes. Wilkinson excelled at softball, playing for decades while also becoming an accomplished bowler. There's a down-to-earth quality about Wilkinson that comes across in Stephanie Nemeth Parker's narration. Nemeth Parker gives her the quiet respect she deserves, clearly recounting her story with humility that seems befitting for Wilkinson, who lived to be 101. Nemeth Parker doesn't try to create voices for the girlfriends, teammates, and others in Wilkinson's life. Rather, she narrates with just the right emotional touch. In doing so, she accomplishes the author's mission of shedding light on this athlete. It's available from Dreamscape, 6 hours long unabridged. Trade edition digital download, ISBN 978-166-664-9024 for $17.99. Astor by Anderson Cooper and Catherine Howe, read by Anderson Cooper. Anderson Cooper's familiar voice and delivery style are ever present in this historical account of a Vanderbilt dynasty. The history is comprehensive, but Cooper provides color and enthusiasm with every intriguing story. He breathes life into the story of how his great-great-great-grandfather, the Commodore, built enormous wealth through railroad and shipping enterprises. Cooper expresses his fascination with how his family's wealth and extravagant spending helped define the Gilded Age in America. In his magnetic style, Cooper keeps listeners engaged with provocative tales portraying the Commodore's rise to high society and the tragic repercussions that occurred as descendants zealously frittered away that empire. It's available from Harper Audio, 8.25 hours unabridged. Trade edition digital download, ISBN 978-006-2964687 for $27.99. And that's it for me. Thank you for joining us for Audiobook News, read by Sarah.
This is Aftersight, a community hub for audio news, entertainment, and resources.
Hey there, Colorado listeners. Are you or someone you know feeling overwhelmed by today's tech? Senior Planet Colorado has got your back. Reach out to our local hotline at 720-776-0233, Monday through Friday from 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Apple enthusiasts, you're in luck. Join their Apple Addicts online group sessions on Tuesdays for iPhones and iPads and Thursdays for Macs. No registration needed. For all other tech topics, including Google, Gmail, PCs, and phones, book a 30-minute one-on-one session on Fridays. Just drop them an email at colorado@seniorplanet.org. More of a Windows or Android user? The WACI group meets online every Monday at 3 p.m. to cover all things non-Apple. Need to get the hang of Zoom? Give them a call, and they will guide you through in both English and Spanish. And for those who prefer face-to-face help in the Denver area, they are here for help at the Senior Planet Colorado Center in Denver every Tuesday morning and Wednesday afternoon. To set up your in-person session, ring 720-328-0875. That is 720-328-0875. Their doors are always open at 7585 E Academy Boulevard in Denver. Remember, in this digital age, you're never alone. Senior Planet Colorado is here to ensure you stay connected.
Attention caregivers. Managing the care of a loved one requires resilience, patience, and a wealth of knowledge. To support you in this vital role, here are some essential tips to ensure effective caregiving. Prepare your space. Safety and ease of movement are paramount. Ensure your environment is adapted to meet the recovery needs of your loved one. Communicate effectively. Clear understanding between you and healthcare providers about medical needs is essential for cohesive care. Stay positive. A positive environment can significantly impact the healing process, fostering an atmosphere of hope and progress. Monitor health regularly. Keeping track of health developments allows for timely adjustments in care strategies, ensuring the best possible outcome. Embrace rehab programs. Rehabilitation programs can play a crucial role in building confidence and capability in those you care for. Organize medication administration. Accuracy and consistency in medication administration are critical for health and recovery. For those seeking additional support, the Boulder County Area Agency on Aging, BCAAA, offers invaluable resources. From access to durable medical equipment closets and home modification options to fall prevention strategies, BCAAA is here to assist in making your caregiving journey as safe and efficient as possible. Connect with a resource specialist today to explore how BCAAA can support your caregiving needs. Call 303-441-1617 or visit bouldercountyhelp.org and boco.org/caregiving for more information. Your role as a caregiver is immensely important, and you don't have to navigate it alone.
Parenting presents its challenges, but through shared experiences, we can grow stronger and support one another. The Print Braille Book Club facilitates this connection for children and their parents who are blind. Each month, discover a book that both can enjoy. Experience the joy of inclusive reading with the National Braille Press. Get started at nbp.org or call 800-548-7323. Once again, that's 800-548-7323.